aka Martinius. I am your host, and we're about to get ourselves a little bit of Future Souls in. It's not exactly Dark Souls, it's a Souls type genre of games based more or less on the Dark Souls formula, or rather on the Souls formula. The Surge. More like, I guess you could say, a potential cyberpunk Dark Souls, if you want to. One of my favorite games. Pretty good one. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, you can A, ignore that save, and B, come and check me out on either here or YouTube. Look at some of my other playlists. Wherever you
The
folks
ancient
have
Greeks
to
once
be,
A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. We tend to forget about this, tend to be careless, but we have to rise to the task together. It's up to all of us to sow those seeds, and it's up to us to nurture them towards growth. Creo
say
is
it in
not
a moment.
just another company. With Project Resolve, we are building the path to the future. Follow us into a new era, a utopia for all mankind. With every launch, we're healing our planet, restoring its natural shield. A return to the green world we remember, where our children can once more play in the sun. Resolve is not only revitalizing the Earth, but its people too. We've all dreamed of it, and now Creo is making it a reality. Together, we're strong. Together, we can make a change. Unleash your potential with us.
If you folks happen to like what you see, go check out my other playlists, and wherever you happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and enjoy. Now, I want to be clear, I have played The Surge, and some of The Surge too, but I haven't played the DLC for either one.
Welcome. I know you're glad to be here. I am, and I'm glad to see ya. Creo, you know who we are, or at least you think you do. Everywhere you turn, we're there, whether you see us or not. Maybe it's time to take a closer look. Creo is one of the world's largest manufacturers of consumer and industrial products, but we're so much more. And that's why you're here. At Creo, we're always reaching for the stars. See, we've always had our eyes on the big picture. From our work in the third world, valuable minds in the city education initiative, and of course, programs like Project Resolve that benefit us all. Creo not only wants to change the world, Project Resolve, we aim to save it. There's no divide here. At Creo, we're all in this together. So welcome to
Never
as part
invert
of the Creo family.
my movement. It is poison. Bion. Interesting.
Final stop. Russo Station. Exit to the right.
And the reveal, folks, hence the reason why you couldn't move the camera. Also a good reason for him to want to come up here. Give me just a second, I need to move the stream box, folks. Okay, sorry about that. You know, I've personally never really been the exosuit, genetic enhancement, cybernetic kind of guy. Rather die with my own flesh and bone, personally. Like the song in Highlander goes, who wants to live
Welcome
forever?
to Creo. We're happy to welcome you as part of our ever-expanding family. Please proceed directly to registration.
Dude, bro, guy, man, those shades,
Hey,
fam.
sorry, I'm new around here, so Where should I go?
They're waiting for you in job registration.
Sure.
Interesting. I don't remember if this was initially this sensitive, the camera. It may have been, but it's been a few years since I played in a Surge, period. And again, it makes perfect sense why he would want Iron Mouse. Why he would want a rig if for nothing else than potential mobility and to not have to worry about the chair and everything that comes with it so much. Couldn't blame it, but at the same time, it's one of those things. Its usefulness belies the natural progression of a problem that will be showing itself before too long in real life, not simply in science fiction. In fact, it already is. If memory serves, we have mobility enhancing rigs, and you know, I'm all for it. You know, definitely. It's just how they're going to be used after. But humans will do what humans will do. So there that is.
Proceed to job registration immediately. This station will be shut down shortly.
Do like that they added this little tidbit. It's actually a handicap sign, but even more so than that, once you let go of the controls, gravity
Welcome
does
to
its thing.
registration. Creo believes in the right tool for the right job and the right person to wield it.
Oh, we're cock D's, huh? Alright. So let me reverse on it. I can respect it. Real talk. In this game, something you'll notice as you move, you actually have like real physics to an extent. I'll explain it more as we go. I wonder.
First day on the job? Don't be late.
Alright, thank you, Security. I want that weapon.
New, huh? Job registration is over there.
Interesting. Did he just gesture this way? I don't remember him ever gesturing this way. Maybe not. Can I? No. Saving tomorrow today. Creo World. Come visit. Haven't been to an amusement park in years. Used to be the thing. Had a grandmother that used to work them, but that time is long since passed. Memories and all that. Oh, okay.
Please choose from our 2 currently available positions and form an orderly queue. You will receive your personal work gear voucher after registration.
Now, I personally have a style when I play games like this, Souls types and whatnot. I like to be sort of middle of the road, but quick. I don't like to be too weighed down. So I'll end up choosing the links. But I do want to see the information that they have for both. A little bit of background fluff.
If you believe you can move mountains, Creo has the job for you. Because as a heavy operator, you can literally do that. Pure power, relentless performance. Nothing can hold you back. Are you ready? Then join us as a heavy operator and save tomorrow today.
Today? No way. Today? See, that's more of the game's heavy gear, heavy starter gear. Now, you can use a weapon or armor throughout the entire game and never change a piece. It's up to you. You basically upgrade them as you go. But you'll find I'm more of a mix and match type. I am going to look like a Frankenstein's monster. I'm going to tell you right now. But it will have everything I need the way I need it. Yes,
If
Lord.
you like living life in the fast lane, Creo provides you with the highway to success as a field technician. Light, versatile, state-of-the-art. Gear up and save tomorrow today.
And that describes my style. Now, if we were thinking like a normal RPG, mine would be like not a rogue, but not warrior. I tend to float more toward mages, but in terms of natural defenses, it would be like in between warrior and rogue.
Push it to the limits and beyond. Be strong. Be relentless. Be a heavy operator. Big jobs made small.
Now, I don't know if the music in this game is a copyrighted issue. If it is, I'll have to handle that, but beyond that, I honestly
It's
couldn't
not all
imagine there
rocket
being a
science here.
copyright issue.
We need workers that are grounded. Can you see a solution before there's a problem? Do you apply brains before brawn? Speed before strength? Be a field technician at Creo.
That tends to be my style naturally. What? Hold on. What? Of course he would. Thanks, Warren. Quick Swift. I don't know if that's a number or like a moniker or like a trademark symbol, or that's kind of trademark symbol or what. I have no idea.
The backbone of the Creo workforce. No job is too big when you're a heavy operator. We build on your strength.
I actually thought that might have been the last one, but came back here just in case.
At Creo, we're always reaching for the stars. And with your help, we'll get there. Dynamic, versatile, and extremely dexterous. If this sounds like you, you're a field technician.
Yeah, I think I have the dexterity part down. I'd love to use this chair and whack somebody with it. I'm not even playing.
Rig installation program running. Program complete. Patient sedated. Initiating surgery.
That would kill me. Scream all you want, you ain't moving.
Implanting neural link.
And here comes the icing. My favorite flavor. Jesus. Welcome to the Surge, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's interesting. I always wondered, like, he can move, but wouldn't atrophy be a problem?
You have been designated for disassembly.
Well then, let's get this started once all of that gets off of my screen. Okay. Hey, little buddy.
Critical error is evident.
Thing I like about this game is it actually has a multivariate combat system. You have a bunch of straight attacks, right? Then you also have holds. Now it's a little harder to recognize them with this weapon. Right? Understood. And that's the dodge. Every attack and action consumes stamina, so watch your stamina meter. Understood. Can't interrupt attacks, you say. Okay. Defeat enemies to gain tech scrap. I can respect that. But I have a strong need to repair my core. So what are we gonna do about that? Now, being that this is a Souls type, there are a few things to look out for. Tech scrap is basically your souls. If this was Bloodborne, it would be your blood echoes. There are obviously hard souls, which are the item that I just picked up, which is consumable souls that can never be lost unless they're turned into soft souls, which are what you see at the bottom right side of my screen. Which is why I had to move the string bar. And then of course we got health and stamina up in the upper left hand corner as the red and green bars respectively. And health consumables, which is effectively our Estus, right below that. At the bottom left, eventually we'll get more information in terms of proficiency of weaponry. As you go, you'll become more proficient with your weaponry. Now, that's useful, but it's also a problem because it tends to lock people into certain weapons. Makes it to where you do more damage, and if memory serves, lose less stamina, but I might be wrong on that last one. Man, go for it. Don't forget your roots. I'll try not to. It is very important to me to try not to. As I was saying, normal Souls things take place, like your tech scrap / soul. Ooh. Wrong button. Now that time it was not. Smash it, smash it. That's nice. Your brother let me know how y'all tend to do things. And I was like, nah. And he was like, oh, all right, cool. Now, of course, sprinting takes stamina. Right, dodge. Interesting. Thought I had spotted that one. Completely out of health items. There are ways around that as you go, and as we go, we'll discover them. There are, of course, bonfires in this game, basically, which are mid-bays. No. Ah. All useful. Medical audit will allow me to see enemy health bars. Say hello to the bonfire, ladies and gentlemen. The power core seems to be defective. A working power core is needed to use all of your EXO-RIG's features. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Please contact your EXO-RIG supply officer to acquire a new power core. Okay. Where would they happen to be? Alright. Not really my style, but I'm not mad.
Are you receiving? Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Are you still there? Your rig has been damaged. Its distress beacon has been triggered. You need to get back into the factory.
The rig seems to work for me. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. I mean, I can walk. Huh. Never thought I'd be able to say that again.
Well, that's good to hear, but the power core is damaged. You'll have to find a new one to make your rig fully functional.
What if my rig is already fully functional? I can leave here and take this thing home and be fine.
I don't know you. I'm surrounded by dead people here. Maybe someone would like to explain what's going on.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You need to get inside. Maybe you can make something to protect yourself. Operations always has a gear assembly.
Fabulous.
Well, okay. I'll just stroll right on over to the factory then.
I certainly don't recommend walking. But there should be a maglev station nearby. They're never far from ops.
On my way.
Be careful. And don't forget to replace the power core of your rig or you're not going to get very far.
Well, there we go. And as you folks can see, my consumables are back at full, and so is my health. If you notice, my tech scrap bar seems to be partially full. Once it fills up to a certain point, which is pretty much all the way, and it will change as time goes on, you'll get an extra health item back for every time it does that. There's, of course, beating off the beaten path. Oh, no. I missed it. Crap.
Good to see you.
It happens sometimes.
Do you require assistance, Warren?
Oh, I won't actually be able to do this.
Take care.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not, but we'll see. It's alright. While locked on, move right stick in the direction to target enemy body part. Understood. So you want me to go after his head? Fine. I mean, I could have just, you know, killed him my way, but yeah, whatever. Whatever. Hey, buddy. Oh. All right. Ugh. Hey, when it happens. Right now, they won't allow me to actually attack how I wish to attack, which is fine. Tutorial and all that. Oh, well. They'll let me get him. What? Nope. Ugh. Right, of course they won't. It makes perfect sense. I'm honestly surprised that I let myself forget. But again, it has been years. Hey, buddy. Yes, folks, there is a backstab. Here it is. Wrong button. Oh, well, it wouldn't work anyway. Yeah, like... I don't know what I'm trying to do. Because I think about it, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to acquire anything at this moment. Anything. As much as I would like to and have the capability to, I really
Damn it, why don't you listen? You need to upgrade your power core or replace it, otherwise you ain't getting through that door. If you keep trying to overload it without the proper power capacity, security is gonna end up all over your ass. We've come too far to get caught now. Those implants are worth thousands. This is our golden ticket out of here, man. Don't screw it up.
And of course, in standard Soul fashion, cannot be opened from this side. Well, that's fine. Oh, right. You know, I wonder. More scrap, Ipu? Maybe not. Or at least maybe not right now. I don't think so. Now, there are some of these elevators, just like standard Souls, you'll want to be careful with because you can plummet to your death very quickly. Very quickly.
Good to see you.
And it's science fiction, so you've got a long way to fall, like I said. That sound is sufficiently hard replacey. Ops. Use the med bay to bank your collected tech scrap. If the total amount of tech scrap you own banked or collected is high enough, you can level up the total core power of your exo rig. All equipped gear and implants consume a portion of your total core power. There are, of course, some free implants that don't, but like the health bar detector, but on the whole, generally they will cost core power. Yeah, the medical audit. Generally on the whole, they do cost power. Aggression amplifier, perfect. It's one of my favorite ones. Was there? No. You're lying. I'll hold on to it.
Connection to database restored. Checking database. Gear voucher detected.
Okay. Thank you.
Gear voucher redeemed.
Right. Forgot this is where you start getting some of the actual like links, gear, and whatnot. Might as well have the arm that has the weapon swing and hit harder, right?
Happy to help.
The Link set, just like the Rhino set, gets its own bonuses. You know, it's funny. I've seen people play this game and other games, and they rarely realize there's a details button. Honestly, they really realize there's buttons at the bottom of their screen. This tells you exactly what it is you want to know about the gear. In this particular instance, it ups my attack speed by 3%. That's perfect. So I attack faster. And I'm primarily elemental and crush defensive. Good all around defenses to an extent, but you know, somebody's trying to set me on fire or turn me into a street pizza. It's not gonna be so easy. And then there's you. See, Lynx is that class that is real good at decreasing stamina consumption. Just by, and with each limb, it has its own little bonuses. Same bonuses, just more of them. So 2 legs will give me a 40% decrease in stamina consumption if I run, and 20% decrease in stamina consumption if I dodge. But I only have the one right now, obviously. Then of course the core power cost as well as the stability. Now stability in this game is poise in other Dark Souls or other Souls types. So how easy it is to knock you off your feet in defenses. Hence the 16 that you see, and the 18 is how easy it is for me to disrupt what the enemy does to stagger them.
You're still here. I can't do any more for you right now. You need to get back into
Why,
the factory.
Sally?
On my way.
Try to find a magnet station.
Okay, Sally. Thanks. Visit operations to craft items and change your implant loadout. Alright. No. I'm good. Thanks, though. I know they say sharing is caring, and it's true. But not this instant. And whoa. Camera went way too far with that. That's what's known as killing the first real takedown children. Hey, buddy. Whoa. No. Yeah, I need that from you. Thank you kindly. See, now we're starting to get to the things that matter. Yeah. Now, I'm not really a single rig kind of guy. I'm more of a one-handed or staff kind of guy. Personally. Now, as you can see, each weapon comes with its own combo, and each enemy comes with its own armor. You slice off the pieces of armor that you want/need, but you also have to slice off multiple pieces in order to, say, upgrade it, or in order to be able to build the armor in the first place, depending on the resources you have. But on top of that, on top of that, the spots you target, you want to be very particular, because the more amount of damage you do to that spot, the more likely you are to get that armor piece to create. Notice I said more likely. I meant that. You aren't certain to get the armor. There's that backstab. I know, but I kind of need that, buddy. Then that's why it's quite hard for me to stagger him. The armor he's wearing. Now, I made it a point to leave the slow motion. Oh no, he's actually in links. I forgot that. To leave the slow motion camera on for whenever I do kills like that. And the reason why, other than just the impressive visuals personally, it's perfect if you need to give your fingers a break, as well as to get your mind back into the situation. Take a second or so breather kind of thing. Don't usually need it, but it doesn't hurt. But on top of that, it allows me to survey the area, see if I'm getting ran up on by something. That's usually how I tend to use techniques like that, photo mode, things like that. I see photo mode as the perfect method to recon the area. Remember to cut enemy body parts to get new equipment and crafting material. Trying to make it a point not to draw unnecessary attention to them. Ready/done ready. Hey, buddy. Little trick right there. Sort of counter technique. You duck under certain shots and jump with a knee with attack. Or you jump over certain attacks and you thrust. All consume stamina. Of course. Yep, the more you damage a body part receives, the more likely it will be successfully cut. And when we say cut, we don't mean like dismember it. You can easily dismember, as you've seen, but it increases the chance, as I said, of actually getting that piece of gear. That's what it means. Cut. Now, some people, but at 100 proficiency level 2, some people when they play this game, they tend to think one second. Wait a minute, where did I... Some people, when they play this game, they tend to make it a point to go after the weak points, the soft points. Nah. I don't care if you have armor or if it's flesh. If it's a spot I want, it's a spot I want. That's the way it is. I don't care if I have to cut through your armor or your head or whatever. It is what it is. It shall be mine. Yes, I see you. That's right. Hi. Accounting is very disruptive. Now, you might notice something in the bottom left above my proficiency meter. What that is, because I haven't gone back to the med bay in a while, I'm getting a bonus. I want to say that's like mobility or something. I don't know. I'd have to look at the bonuses, look up the bonuses rather, to see. Oh yeah, and there's a very specific set of implants I'm looking for, my friend. You know, it might actually be a good thing to go back to the med bay. It has been a bit. I've got armor I need to make. That's the thing about it. If you play in a game like this, it's best to have something on. Even if it's the most horrible piece of armor. It's best to have
Warren.
something on other than flesh. Now, here's a little tidbit. Whenever you use the med bay, or rather, whenever you roam around killing in this game, there's a couple of other games like it. This Surge 2, as well as Lords of the Fallen, you get a multiplier to the tech scrap / souls that you get the longer you don't use a med bay, or rather a bonfire. Once you do though, that modifier sets and resets, and it only builds from the beginning all the way up to that point, regardless of what it is. It only builds with kills. The kills are always the same. It's always the same percentage that's built. So once I use the med bay, I reset that bonus. But if I use that instead, even though I don't heal and I don't replenish my consumables, I do turn in all of the resources I've of course gathered, but I keep the multiplier bonus. But I actually need to use the chair. So you can now craft gear. New gear parts can be crafted from schematics by holding A when all acquired components are available. To change the mark you wish to craft, use the right analog stick, either going left or right. Once you have the schematic, either by just finding the piece out in the environment or doing as was told beforehand, cutting it off. All you need then is tech scrap and material. Tech scrap is the icon that's above the material image, the image of whatever that is, that bauble. And then the next one is obviously the gear, having been either created or upgraded. See, as you go, as you look, you see the background for the armor is gray. Now, on the table, the background is blue. That means I haven't created it yet. Rather, I haven't created all that was needed. So if I create the chest piece, I only need one chest piece. I only have one chest. So it'll turn green. But if I create a leg, it's not going to turn green until I finish making both legs, thereby making it no longer necessary. Now, on the right side of the screen, we've of course got the mark that you can create for it. Its image is sort of gray beige, right? Well, use the right stick, and of course it requires more tech scrap and more advanced materials, but you've got more advanced armor. And it does come with little extra bonuses that you're not seeing here. Now, of course, there's also the ability to bank your tech scrap. Oh no, you actually can see it. Perfect. You get to see what it looks like in its initial form and its maximum. Now, if you play the game through and get to New Game Plus, every piece of armor has, what, 5 levels, I want to say, more? 4 or 5 levels more than what they have now. So there's that as well. I need a chest piece. Time to start consuming. And there's those hard souls, children. This more than anything else you actually kind of need. Interesting. Am I thinking of the sequel? The gear assembly automatically deconstructs your salvaged items into crafting components. So as you kill enemies and slice pieces, you actually damage the gear. You destroy the gear entirely. So you have to make it yourself. And you get those crafting components by defeating the enemies. So you get them automatically. Even if you don't get armor, like schematics, you always get pieces to make something. You can also bank your tech scrap here in operations. Use tech scrap and crafting components to craft and upgrade your gear. Upgrading equipment increases its mark, and upgraded weapons will deal more damage in combat, as well as upgraded armor will increase defenses. And then the whole diagram about the armor. But if you notice, it's a much more pronounced color variation now, from green to blue. Okay, I need more arms and I need more legs. Doesn't that sound fun, children? Now, I do more damage to armored spots, but less damage to unarmored spots, which works out for me because, as I said, targeting the armor is the primary goal. Oh no. Okay, how much is necessary here? 3. I'm 1 short. Of course, I'm 1 short. Am I able to solve that problem? Yes, I am. Other than giving the greatest natural defense to yourself, comes with flashlight, and you'll actually want those.
Have a nice
Especially
day,
once you start
Warren.
roaming in the dark. So, legs and arms. You don't mind if I take this, do you? You sure? Thanks. Now here's the thing. Ouch. Say you come across an enemy that has armor and a weapon in one hand. If you take the hand that has the weapon, you will also get the armor pieces, just like normal. Now he has no armor, but he does have a weapon. I would get weapon fragments. I always found it a little interesting, because that's not a weapon you can get. But hey. Oh, I'm actually glad I can still do that. That one did not go well. That was one of those universal kills. Hate those. That explains that the finishing sequences doesn't guarantee you to get Whoa. I don't know. I need to do something about this sensitivity. It's gonna get me killed. But I'll deal with that at another point. Hey, buddy. You don't want to charge me? I know. That right there, folks, is one of those holes I was talking about. Now, before you saw the proficiency tick up, you heard the sound. My tech scrap maxed out, and I got another healing back, which is why I'm back up to 3. I keep telling you people, you don't need these limbs. I can make better use of them. Thank you. Jesus, why is it such a fight with you people? I feel like I'm going to be doing this for hours. It is pretty crazy what seems to have happened to the people around you. Doesn't really explain the murderous tendency. But, I mean, we'll figure that out.
We've had issues with Robert Weave again. This time about the exoskeleton program. He's refused to have the implant surgery. We've explained it's hardly invasive, even offered to double his bonus. But no, thinks management will use it to control the workforce. He even brought up his union nonsense again. If he poisons the others, it could put us months behind schedule. It's amazing. He doesn't see it as making his job easier. I recommend termination. Yeah, we've put up with too much of his trash talking.
It's interesting. You say trash talk. I'm looking at a bunch of people in cybernetic rigs that, setting aside the fact that they're all in the process of murderous rampages, could very easily have ended up being controlled. It's technology that people have hooked into their flesh. And this technology allows you to do things you can't do, like walk again. If that's the case, then it stands to reason that your mind and body can be puppeteered. I don't see why it sounds crazy, unless you're just trying to make things seem less of a problem than they are, which, I mean, of course.
I can't believe I just fired Dr. Chavez. After the years of hard work and dedication she's put into this company. I suppose that's what you get
shortcuts for
folks. The worrying thing is, she's right. I've seen the data. We've got to keep working, now more than ever. Lesser people would give up, but she's not one of them. And if she won't, I won't.
Alright. I can respect your gung-ho. Now that last combo you just saw me use was from the right trigger, not the right bumper. Oh, and of course, something I didn't mention earlier, upper left-hand corner, we now have the energy bar. And that little blade over there on it is how much energy I need to have in order to be able to use that dismember ability.
Welcome, Warren.
Kill the enemy and potentially take their armor. You don't have to use it, but it's the best method. It does what I said earlier, buys you time and allows you to survey the area, but it also makes it to where you can get the armor pieces. Now there are rare instances where you can simply fight an enemy and you kill them and the piece will actually come off. Luckily, you know, but that's not something you want to rely on. You want to use the cutting method. And then of course your gears automatically, those pieces are automatically converted into what's necessary. And we go from there. It looks like I can make both of these. Yep. Oh, there it is. You actually get a question mark. And, not a question mark. Check mark. Whenever you completed them. So yes, I think I was thinking of the surge. That's alright. Oh boy. Okay. I won't actually need this health one as much as you would think so. I won't actually need it. Decrease that stamina consumption. Would love to increase that attack speed, but hey. I'll take what I can take. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the first episode of The Surge. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, and subscribe either here or on YouTube, and check out some of my other playlists. In the process of Batman Arkham Knight playthrough, I've already done the Return to Arkham Asylum in Arkham City. Would love to have done Arkham Origins, but technical issues and a lack of a digital copy caused that to spiral downhill. In the process of a Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain playthrough as well. So check those out. Wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and God bless you.